Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Bali, Indonesia. After so long, so far away from home. Yeah, I was in Nepal around 2 months back for Everest Base Camp trek, but that was just me alone. We as a couple are here in Bali and in a foreign destination, I think after more than 2.5 years. Before that was before pandemic, and my god, this is a beautiful country. So we arrived here yesterday and we have divided this tour into 3 parts. First one is Ubud, which is in the center of Bali, and after this we'll go to Kuta, which is I think on the west side, southern west side, beach side, actually like a party hub you can say. And then third we'll go to Nusa Dua, which is again on the southeast side, and we'll be there for 2 nights before returning back again to India. So this is our first destination. This is a rice garden with multiple swings, and after this we are covering local Ubud destination, more Ubud destination, something like a monkey forest, and there are a few more. So this is the very famous monkey forest of Ubud, and this is actually right in the center of the town, and it's more like a zoo which is only for monkeys, and the difference is the monkeys are not actually held captive here. The monkeys are very socialized here. Actually, they are very much used to the crowd, but just be careful that you don't carry any food or water item in your hand. Everything should be in the bag. You can wrap up your evening, or you can come here also in the morning. The Campuhan Ridge Walk. This is I think a kilometer long ridge side walking. You can do a small hike here, and you can actually get a good sunset view from here. We missed it by like almost 5 minutes. But it has been a long day, and now we'll be returning back to our villas. And tomorrow I'm actually planning to go to North Bali. It's still not finalized yet. I have to cover North and East Bali from Ubud. Let's see where I'll head to. So we are in North Bali right now, and this is low on establishment, high on nature. And right now we are at Gitgit Twins waterfall, and this waterfall is like amazing. It is purely amazing. The nature vibe which is coming here is like just wow. While coming, we actually saw Mt Agung. That's an active volcano, and that's the highest peak of Bali, I guess. That's around more than 3,000 meter high. So the Danu Temple is one of the most famous attractions of Bali, and the chances are if you buy a postcard from here or some souvenirs, the chances are that you will get one with the picture of the Danu Temple itself. Now, being a Sunday, it's actually very crowded, but the waterfront, the lakefront, which you actually maybe see behind me, that is very beautiful, and you can spend hours here, like just sitting, enjoying the waterfront view. You also have boating option in the lake, which you can take for extra charges. So we are wrapping up this day, the North Bali tour, with the visit of Jatiluwih Rice Terrace. And unlike yesterday where we went to Tegallalang rice forest, that was more like a local attraction, this one is actually a very huge, actually it's like biggest in Bali. This rice terrace is the largest in Bali, and it's spread across hectares of land. Like from wherever I can see, I can only see rice terrace here and there all around. Interestingly, the topographical resemblance of these rice terraces or rice garden, whatever you call it, is very much similar to the tea gardens which you will find in India in the places like Ooty or Darjeeling. And the best thing about this place is that it's not at all crowded. It's actually offbeat. It's not on the route to Danu Temple. Not many people come here. Yes, there are some tourists here, but again, this place is so vast, right? I mean, you can get any place, you can go anywhere. I mean, it feels like endless, and you can be anywhere. You can find a place just to all yourself. And you can spend hours and hours. So beautiful, so gorgeous. Bali is an island and mostly known for beaches, but then you have Ubud right in the center of the Bali, which is actually known for greenery, forest, rice fields, yes, a lot of them, and there's nature all around. Now what you see, the valley which is behind me, is basically from the resort where I'm staying. And now in Ubud, yes, there is a town and you can actually stay in Ubud city center, but I don't think that's actually the right experience to have in Ubud. In Ubud, you can actually stay in resorts which will have private villa with private pool, and these will be like on the outskirts of Ubud. My resort is around 8 to 9 kilometers from the city center. But then again, this is actually the right way to experience the life in Ubud. And these resorts are actually not that costly. I mean, you can find villas and hotels ranging from every budget. But like for my example, in my case, it has costed me around 32,000 for 4 nights. So you can make it out like it will be around 8 to 9,000 per night. Yes, you have some like very big 5-star like resort also where you'll have to spend more. But then again, you can even go further on the budget side where you can even get like private villas with or without private pool also. But you can get them at the price of somewhere around 4,000 to 5,000 per night. And as I said, the private villa with a private pool, the 5 feet deep pool which you are seeing behind me is all private to myself. Like nobody else can use it. It's right in front of the room which we are staying, and there is 100% privacy. Life in the Bali starts early, and so have we. To come to East Bali, we are at Lempuyang Temple, and there is this Heaven's Gate here, which is like one of the most famous Instagrammable place in the entire Bali. The very famous pictures of Bali, if you come across on internet, people posing in front of a gate, and behind in the backdrop is Mt Agung, which is again the highest peak of the Bali. The chances are you will be seeing the photo of this place, but the reality is totally different. I mean, there will be so much crowd, you'll have to wait for hours just to get your photo taken at that point, and you'll get a queue number. And if suppose like for us it is around 117, the queue number is, and if we wait for that photo to get taken, it can take somewhere around 2 hours to 3 hours for us. We'll have to just wait here at this spot itself. There is this another photo point just below the Lempuyang temple where you can come. It's our restaurant and you don't have to pay much, like it's nominal fee. You can come up here since not many folks know about this, so there won't be that much crowd. And while you wait for your number to come at the main temple, you can actually enjoy here, take photos according to your wish. Well, they say right, all is well if it ends well. Now after exploring the East Bali, which was okay, unlike yesterday the North Bali, which was far much beautiful, we have come to Tukad Cepung waterfall. Now again, this waterfall is not big, but this is amazing. You can actually take bath here. It's located inside a creek, and you can actually take around 100-200 meters of walk inside the creek as well. It will give you a completely different world feeling. I mean, you can again here also you can spend hours and hours, and for us this day is gonna end well for sure. As expected, for me, no trip is complete without doing a trekking, and this time it's a volcano trek, and active volcano actually. Now Bali has two highly active volcanoes, Mount Batur and Mt Agung. Mt Agung is around 3,000 plus meter high, and this Batur is around 1,717 meter. This erupted last in 2000, I think, and the Agung erupted last in 2018. Both of the volcanoes you can do a sunrise trek. You will have to start in night, but Agung is a bit longer. Not actually bit, it's actually quite long, because for that you need to trek for around 6 to 7 hours. This one you only hardly need 2 hours. So we started from our hotel around 1 AM, reached the starting place of the trek at around 3 a.m. We started the trek, went to the top, saw the sunrise. Not actually sunrise because the sun was hidden in the cloud, but it was a beautiful nonetheless. And we also saw the crater because obviously we went to the top. So it's actually hot inside, very hot. Yeah, I can feel it. The trekking overall is actually steep, little bit difficult. The second half I'll say is very steep, and the last section, like there is a viewpoint 1 to see the sunrise, which is actually down, not even near the crater, and then there is viewpoint 2, which is actually near the crater. The section between these viewpoint 1 and viewpoint 2 is actually very steep, very extremely steep. But overall it was a great experience to see an active volcano and to see the steams coming out from some holes, like the volcanic activities which actually goes inside the crater. Now from the nature hub of Ubud we have moved into the party town of Kuta, that's on the west side of the Bali, and it's a beach town. Along with you have Seminyak, you have Legion, you have Canggu. All these are party towns where you will find a lot of crowds, a lot of clubs, a lot of happening places, street shopping, you name it, you will find it here. All these places have their own beach named after the town itself, and at the beach you will have like a lot of high waves coming in, so it's actually a good place to learn surfing. I'll be staying here for 4 nights. I don't have any set plans as of now, except one day I'm gonna go to Nusa Penida, which is a separate island that will require a full day tour. Now Bali is filled with many temples. We have already been to I think 2, and this is our 3rd, the Tanah Lot Temple. And most of these temples for tourists are actually only for tourist purpose. You are not allowed to go to inner sanctum, but it's still, like, if you are really into prayers, and I think you'll have to follow their dress codes, you can go inside to offer some prayers. Otherwise most of these temples are at very scenic locations where you can only visit to like have the photos taken and just to enjoy the nature around those areas. So this place, Tanah Lot, is around an hour away from Kuta, obviously the traffic is normal. Speaking of which, yeah, little bit of trouble that can be is traffic. You can use cabs are plenty here. You can rent a scooter, you can even rent cars, I think. But whatever you do and whatever itinerary you make, always keep some spare time, because traffic sometimes can get pretty bad because of narrow roads. If you want to enjoy beach in Bali and want something special, Melasti Beach can be for you. This is the southernmost beach of the Bali, and it has a tip point also, which itself is called southernmost tip of the Bali. The beach is actually located cliffside, so there is like you see water in front and a mountain, not a mountain exactly, a small hill just back of it. Finally, now we are at Nusa Penida Island. It's an hour away from main Bali Island via speedboat, and this is I won't say very big, but it's actually a big island. It's actually divided into 2 parts, where generally people go either on the west side or on the east side, or you can go to both sides and just cover the most famous places like Diamond Cliff on the east and Kelingking Cliff on the west side of it. That's what also we are doing. We are doing both partially east and west of the Nusa Penida. Now the island is not very developed, the roads are very narrow, and if the crowd is huge, which is today, it can get pretty packed up. I mean, you will see a lot of traffic jams happening here and there. So yeah, a lot of spare time is actually needed. But apart from that, the island itself is very beautiful. I mean, there are massive cliffs seaside, and the water is like pure turquoise blue. and you have to be like physically a bit prepared, like if especially you are going to beaches, because you will have to walk down some stairs, and yeah, coming back up can be a bit of a task. Right now, so we are near the Thousand Island Viewpoint. There is a tree house also where people queue up to take photos, because I think the photo generally comes really good. We are actually waiting for that. And after this, we'll be going to the Diamond Beach. So first we'll be heading to the cliff, and from there we again have to walk down somewhere around 170 stairs to the beach itself. After an hour away from Diamond Cliff, we are now finally at the Kelingking cliff and beach. So beach is way down, we are not going there because we have time constraints. We are just enjoying the cliff view. And yeah, I feel now that I should have planned this tour for 2 days. There's hardly anything you can do in just one day other than just enjoying the view from the top. If you have to get down at beaches, both Diamond, Atu, and sorry, three actually, Diamond, Atu, and this Kelingking, you need time. You need at least 2 days to explore this island. Facilities are limited, but the island really is beautiful, and these cliffs are massive. Waters are perfect. Like I won't say I haven't seen these waters in my life, but these waters are actually one of the best I have ever seen. We are now wrapping up the Nusa Penida tour, heading back to the port. I think the speedboat timing is around 4:30. I'm actually hoping to come back here soon. This place has just wowed me a lot. Enjoying the last morning at Kuta beach, since we are heading to Nusa Dua today. This is further south on the eastern side, and the place again is a beach resort where we will be staying. We'll be staying there for 2 nights, so our journey is actually entering the last leg. And today again we don't have any set plans. We will be just enjoying at the resort itself, and tomorrow we'll be exploring Uluwatu side, again a cliffside temple, beaches, few more hidden beaches, I think on the southern side. I'm not exactly sure, I'll have to see. But that will be the last of my plans which I'll be doing, and after that just relax at the hotel and head back to the India. Now we will be starting we'll have our breakfast, and then after some time I'll be starting from the Nusa Dua. So I'm just signing off from the Kuta. I'll see you guys at Nusa Dua. Welcome to Nusa Dua, friends. So we arrived here this afternoon. It was like hardly around 30 minutes from Kuta, and we are staying here at Bali Tropic Resort and Spa, which itself is a proper beach resort with its own private beach, and the entire resort itself is very beautiful. So this is the last leg of my Bali journey. We'll be staying here only for 2 nights, and the only set plan I have is that tomorrow I'll be going to Uluwatu, and day after tomorrow back to India. Now we have been here for almost 8 to 9 days, I guess, and few more days left. One thing now I know for sure, like why many people come to Bali and just stay. Like they don't want to leave. Many even don't leave. I mean, even the Europeans and Americans and Canadians, they come here and they will just settle in Bali, at least for few years. And I know that for sure now, because that's the same case with me. Even I don't want to leave. I just want to stay here for like at least 2 to 3 months more, and explore every inch of Bali. I mean, it is so beautiful. I mean, there is nothing in Bali which I haven't seen before, but when everything comes together, I mean, you have calmness and serenity, whereas you again have a party vibe and culture. You have towns, you have forests, you have jungles, you have mountains, you have beaches, you have islands, you have lagoons, you have volcanoes, and everything is there. You have so many markets. And unlike many other foreign destinations, for example, my first foreign destination was Mauritius. And Mauritius was again one of those places which I didn't want to leave. But the fact is, Mauritius is expensive. That's not the case with Bali. Bali is very cheap. and you can actually rent flats here at a very low rate. You can survive here at a very, you know, like small amount of budget. And boy, oh boy, like, I mean, honestly, I can do few more days, few more weeks of work from Bali from here. Only the problem is that my wife cannot work from here. She has some restrictions. So that's the reason why I'll have to return back. And again, the responsibility is the prime thing which should be in the life of anybody. So we are now at Uluwatu Temple, and this is the last temple complex we'll be visiting in Bali. And this is a cliffside temple. It's actually located on edge of a cliff, and I mean, just below you can see the ocean, which actually is very violent right now. The waves are huge. Water blue as usual. And today we are actually traveling the way generally local Indonesians do, via scooter. Yes, we have rented a scooter. I think this is the last full day we are in Bali, and tomorrow obviously we have to return back to India. The temple complex itself is very beautiful, with paved walkway for pedestrians along the cliffside. And there is also a white monkey here, which is like unique in Bali. It's actually kept in cage, and the locals say that it's for the monkey's own protection. Because I mean, it's just like one of its kind. I mean, there are no other white monkeys here. So Uluwatu beach is a surfer beach. I mean, I can see so many surfers here. I wish I knew surfing, or at least I wish I had time to learn surfing, which also I don't have. The thing is, I live in Bangalore, there is no sea there. Now, while exploring the South Bali map, I actually came across this beach. The name is Green Ball Beach. It's not that famous. Nobody will tell you about this place, but the photos looked promising. So we came here after having lunch on Uluwatu beach, and we are really glad that we actually made it to this place, because to be very honest, this is the least crowded beach we have come across in entire Bali. I mean, including Nusa Penida also. And the beach itself is very beautiful. It's actually lined with corals. So when you're coming down the stairs, and yes, you'll have to come down few stairs, it's actually a bit of a walk. You can see the corals beneath the water, because the water is very clear, and that actually gives it a very pleasant appearance. So yeah, I mean, you can come here, you can enjoy your day, you can take bath, and because this is part of a lagoon, not exactly the ocean. The main waves which are crashing, that is somewhere around 100-200 meters from here. So you can come here and take bath also. Since I can't surf in ocean, I'll try to attempt it in a pool.
तुमसे ना हो पाएगा.
Well, the time has finally come for us to depart from Bali. We'll be having our breakfast, and then we'll be heading to airport to return back to India. Now, honestly, as I have said before, I just don't want to go from here. I want to stay here for next few months and just explore all the places. But we'll have to return, no other go. So yeah, I mean, it was really an amazing journey here. One of the very few places which wants to make me stay, and yeah, like to be very honest, I'll be returning back to here someday again, just like I had the very same feeling with Mauritius. So yeah, till then, I hope you all enjoyed the video. So please go ahead, click that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and I will see you guys in some other journey. Till then, tata, bye bye.